We're anyone. Let's do a podcast from right here in the booth. Who's in?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Is it happening? Are we doing it now?
Awesome.
You're the reason that we do what we do. Music and talk, it's all for you. Now the guys who are lots of fun for making you laugh, they're number one. They review the week just for you. So get ready for Paul and Drew. Welcome to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew and Jack all up in your face. Join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We dare you.
And welcome to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew, starring Jack, who's all up in your face, who isn't even here. I'm Paul, that's Drew, that's not even Jack. This is the show where we talk about things from last week and the things that may happen next week, and it's very weak. It's known as the show where non-interesting people never try to act interesting. We're the other show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. You can join the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We welcome your participation. We broadcast live every Thursday night at 7 or a little bit after. You can listen to us at 100.3 FM on your radio dial, or stream on the Listen to My Radio app on your smartphone. Plus, you can watch us on Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook. Yeah, but it's easier just to go to kctkradio.com and click Listen Live. Also, you can watch all the past adventures on YouTube at the KCTK Radio channel whenever you want, whenever you feel like it. But that's not all. The program is offered as a podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Podbeam, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Himalaya, Pandora, Overcast, Stitcher, Instagram. You can even ask Alexa to play KCTK Radio. Or anywhere you get your favorite podcast. Welcome back to the program. I'm so glad to be here. We were not here last week, and I really am very, very sorry about that.
It's Thursday, January 2nd. There's no fucking podcast on. You motherfuckers better be on next Thursday. Do you fucking hear me?
So I appreciate all the fans that are listening. We have a great show for you tonight. We have a couple new segments we're going to start. News with Solutions. We have check-in with Jack. We're going to give him a call. We finally are going to play our interview with Marilyn Hughes. I think one time everything went to hell, and I just turned off the podcast. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to actually play that. She's a very interesting person, and just all kinds of stuff. Plus, Direct from My Dreams. I have a new segment called Direct from My Dreams. But that's not why you listen. You listen so I can introduce the man that makes it all happen. There he is, the Droosh. Hi, Droosh.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Droosh, a.k.a. Mr. Tall Hat, a.k.a. Hendershot!
Oh, you're not supposed to... That was my thing.
I know.
You stole it. Okay, we'll explain that later to you folks. Oh, how's it going?
Do you like the Hendershot?
We weren't here last week. In fact, some of our fans called.
It's Thursday, January 2nd.
All right.
There's no fucking podcast on. You motherfuckers better be on next Thursday. Do you fucking hear me?
So that's why we showed up.
Do you think this is the same guy who left the dead rabbit on my doorstep?
Could be.
It could be. That sounds like him.
I appreciate all the fans who
That's
are
like somebody who would do that.
They're very excited. And we actually have another update too. So we have all kinds of great new features, but what's going on with you? I mean, what's been going last? We did our year-end show, and then we took the week off.
Yeah,
and I took the week off to celebrate my wife's birthday on January 2nd. My ex-girlfriend, who's now my wife. Oh God, I love her so much.
Yeah,
and we had a nice time, and she's my ex-girlfriend because she's my wife now.
Right.
And we just had a nice time together. And let me tell you something, folks. If a podcast, radio program, work, funeral, whatever comes up, if it's on her birthday, I won't be there. I'll be celebrating with her.
Well,
Gotta love her so much.
that's great. So what's going on with me is nothing. I'm still the same old Drew, working
Now
at
your hair's spikier.
It's spikier. I work at...
Is that a New Year's resolution?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to be more spikier, more buffer, and
Okay.
look like some Guido on the beach.
Now wait a minute. You have lost weight.
I have.
How long has that been since you started?
I started in August.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And how
So-
many lbs, which is short for pounds, have you dropped?
21.
Nice.
Last time I checked.
Nice.
I don't know what
Okay.
it's been so far.
And you feeling good?
I feel good. I feel a lot more confident, I guess. That's the best word to use.
Yeah.
It's been nice. I have been getting a little bit more attention.
From the other guys at the gym?
From the other guys at the gym.
Okay.
One guy in particular.
Sure.
I've told him more than once.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Now, I started my workout routine this week.
Nice.
Monday, Wednesday, and then tomorrow morning.
How long are you going to keep this resolution?
Well, I know that I'm going to keep it until the end of the week at least.
Okay.
I was happy when I got through one day.
Let me ask you this, though.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Real talk. Oh, okay.
How have you been doing with your resolution on being more creative?
That's really interesting that you would say that because...
Hey everybody, it's now time for Creative Corner with Paul and Drew.
Very nice.
So, this is where we give you an update about how creative we are.
Yeah,
You want me to answer the question?
absolutely.
So, what I have done is I've taken my stories I've written
Uh-huh.
and I'm re-going through them, and I've been doing that every single day.
Great.
Plus, I wrote I'm kind of getting ready for stand-up. We were supposed to do stand-up on the 28th. Did I talk about this?
No,
We were supposed to do stand-up on the 28th, but that got moved, canceled, whatever.
Very nice.
And it's not my main job, so I didn't care.
Right.
Yeah, getting ready for stand-up and doing some writing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been doing that pretty well every day. How about you?
I've been writing. I've really been sticking to it. I've also been trying to work on making some prints to sell.
Okay.
Maybe make some money. And I've also been teaching my friend how to draw.
Ooh.
He's decided
What's
to...
her name?
He has decided to try and become a tattoo artist. I've supported him in this. I think it's going to be great for him. Since his divorce, he hasn't exactly been able to find anything to really get his mind off stuff. So, I've been trying to give him some tips and books maybe that I use to teach myself how to draw.
Now, can we actually, you went to one of the best art
Correct.
schools in the
That's
nation.
actually correct.
Can we do, I don't know if you remember this, you did drawing
Inktober.
every Inktober. Can we do that in February? It's a shorter.
Absolutely, because I have some stuff that I've been lining up to do.
Okay.
This weekend I'm going to start.
So, beginning in February, we'll be looking for you to show us the best one of the week.
Okay, sounds great.
And if it's one, whatever.
Just so you know, they have a theme, and there's this, it's this Wikipedia page that people have made up, like, conspiracy theories with, and they have to do with,
so it's a prompt and then you draw it.
Right.
Okay.
So I start, there's like a whole bunch of them, and they're all called SCPs, and I'm not even going to get into it. They're fake, and most of them are just really outlandish stuff, like the living room. It's a room that's alive.
Oh,
like
okay.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've just decided I'm going to take some of those, and they've been really. So far, I've seen multiple videos on them. There's like a forum on it, and I thought, that might be a audience that might buy that.
Let's do this. People can call in and give you one. Can I give you one for the
Absolutely.
next week?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to put together.
They're all going to be ink. I'm going to do them in ink.
Okay. I'll put together some prompts, and
There you go.
I mean, we have time for February, but
Yeah, that's fine.
we'll do that.
Yeah, let's do
So
that. Oh,
that-
we have a phone call.
We do. Caller, you're on the air with the week review.
Hey, this is Chili. What's up?
Hey,
What's
Chili.
up? What's up?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on with you?
I don't know. I'm kind of jealous that Drew never taught me how to draw.
Oh, you more than happy. I'll be more than happy to teach you.
Yeah, secondary thought. Thank you. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's lives?
Doing great.
Things have been going all right. Just working and closing and
Hey,
being a dad.
I'm actually glad that you called because you're the only person that I know that actually played football in high school.
Okay.
Well, good football, right?
Is that a dig at your nephew there?
It is. It clearly is.
That sounds about right.
It clearly is. And I want to know what you think of the playoff games that are coming up.
Let's have the sports
As in,
report.
like, who do I think is going to win?
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs will win by probably a field goal.
Okay.
And
By a
I
field
think-
goal?
Yes, I think it's going to be closer than people think it will be.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then I think the Ravens will handedly beat the Titans.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool. Well, here's my question. We have J.J. Watt coming back, right?
Watson?
Yeah.
J.J. Watt plays for the...
No, I said J.J. Watt. He plays for
J.J.
Texans.
Watt's
Yeah.
back, but
Yeah.
he's hurt still. He's banged up. I'm not worried about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Now, will the Chiefs make it past the Ravens?
I think they can. I wouldn't, as a betting man, I wouldn't bet against the Ravens at this point, but, you never know.
I really hope they do. That'd be awesome.
I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Well, thank you, because you're the only person I can think of that actually knows about this stuff.
He does.
I was
He's quite
thinking-
the expert.
I was thinking about you the other day, actually. I was walking home and through the garage,
Yeah.
and I was like, I saw Uncle Paul, one time.
Am I uncle? Am I your uncle now? Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Steve. But I saw you one time. I got so excited I was going to come show you the apartment because you never, you've always wanted to see them.
Yeah.
And now we're moving out in like a month. So
Yeah.
actually a week.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you just leave me the key to the apartment? Just when you're gone, I could just go there and take myself a nap or whatever I need to do.
There won't be anything for you to lay
right
on.
before inspection, I'm going to give you the key.
Cool. Okay, perfect. That's great. I appreciate that.
And hey, I actually have a real question for you. I want to know what your opinion is.
Okay.
If the Chiefs did win the Super Bowl,
Yes.
what day would the parade be on?
Wow, that's a good question. I think it'd be like on that following Wednesday. That's my guess.
See, that's what I'm getting a lot, and that's what I think too.
Yeah.
But I think for the city, it would make more sense logistically to do Friday.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, everybody gets off. And
And the NFL rule is it has to be within 7 calendar days.
Yeah.
really? They
So I
have a
think
rule for
Kansas
that?
City would, they have a rule. It's like, hey, get this crap over with.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
The NFL has to have their hand on everything. You know that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well-
they wouldn't even let Andy Reid send out barbecue to the mayor and or the somebody in Miami. I don't know. He said it was against the NFL regulation.
That'd be tampering, Drew. You can't do that.
That's true.
Hey,
I'm going to get a Fitzmagic jersey though, a Chiefs Fitzmagic jersey if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Hey, yeah. Let's get past the Texans first, okay? Why don't we do that? All right.
No, I'm
So I'll
with you.
stop.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jinxing
while
it.
you're on the show, you should look up the Houston Texans song. It's hilarious. You got to let your listeners listen to it.
Okay,
Let's do that.
I'll do it. Hey, thanks for calling, man.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a blessed evening.
Yeah.
And go Chiefs.
We'll see you.
Thanks, brother.
There's our official sports reporter, Chili,
Yep.
and also he kind of called during.
Hey everybody, it's now time for Creative Corner with Paul
Well,
and Drew.
he had a point. I didn't teach him how to draw, and I should.
But that's a new segment. We have another. I mean, this is chock full of new segments tonight, so
I
that's
love it.
good. But no one cares about any of them. They
You're
only
right, nobody
care
does.
about the news of the Droosh.
That's right. A beachcomber brought home what she thought was a rusty plate. In reality, it was a landmine.
Oh my
This
God.
story is explosive.
Oh no!
Wilson, who works as a private home health aide, was walking her client's dog around sunrise on Indian Road Shores Beach in Florida. The avid beachcomber likes collecting sea glass, so she examined the seashell beds that she walks. And what did she find? Lying atop the
Now,
sand.
where was this again?
This is in Florida.
Okay.
Do you want me to say the whole name again?
No.
Indian River Shores Beach.
Never heard of it.
It's a very long name. Lying atop the sand that day was what looked to be a plate, but later that she thought was from a Spanish ship.
A lot of times I don't listen to what you say, so I had
That's
to
fair.
ask.
That's fair. So she took it
this
home.
cheap ass bitch,
Right.
thinking she's getting
paid. She's going to try and sell this.
I got a plate.
I got a rusty plate. It's going to be awesome. She took it home once she chipped away at the shells and barnacles crusted onto the surface, and stored it in a lunchbox cooler filled with water. Then on Tuesday, there was a post on a community webpage about a man who found a landmine. A friend sent over to Wilson says, "Hey, Jane, is that the thing you have in a cooler on your living room floor?" Does that sound like a Florida accent?
That sounds like Florida, for
Okay,
sure.
so cool. That's when Wilson realized that she had stored at home past 9 months a landmine.
Jeez.
So she called the Indian River Shores police, who told her to evacuate her home while they notify a nearby Air Force base to pick up the mine. Wilson, though, reasoned that if it hadn't gone off in the last few months, it probably wasn't going to go off now. Instead, she brought it to her client's house and decided to leave it outside for the authorities to collect. Weird.
So was it a U.S. military thing, or do they know?
They don't know. And they came and took it, and that's it.
Let's go ahead and just tell people that we need to start making up these stories. I wouldn't want this person to be blown up.
Right. But at the same time, it's a rusty landmine. Is it really going to blow up? I mean, how long do those charges last inside of a landmine?
Yeah, it probably didn't last. It probably wasn't dangerous.
I mean, also, does she have to also pay for them to take it?
Does she get money for it?
Right.
It's
For
her
her time.
property.
Probably not. Probably not. That is the whole story, by the way.
That's great, man. I really
quick,
appreciate
easy,
that.
and we're on to the next segment. Bam. Welcome to the new Droosh of 2020.
Okay, let's do our Jack report then,
Absolutely.
if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
We're calling Jack. He's not here.
He's in college.
Yeah. Hopefully he's available to talk to us.
We'll see.
He told me some interesting information I'm interested in telling the listeners.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jack who's all up in my face?
Yes, it is.
This is Paul and Drew from the Week Review. You used to be on this show, remember?
Hello, Jack.
I did not. I am on the show.
Yeah.
I'm on it right now.
Now, where are you now? Why aren't you with us?
I am in the Dirty Burg at the moment for work.
Yeah, he is.
Are you working right now?
Yes, I am actually.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So now I wanted to call you with a tech report. I won't bother to play the bad music for you, but you have a new job. We don't need to say where it is, but it's a technical job, and there's a KCTK radio connection. Am I right?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
It's a great connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's very reliable, and that's all I'll say right now. We can ask questions later.
Now, what I'm hoping you would get into is that as you're being trained, who's training you on the videos?
So, not sure if you've heard the show, but this is the topic with Paul and Chris.
Yeah, I have.
Have you heard of it?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Never
Chris
listened,
Whiting,
but yeah.
Chris Whiting is the one who's training me.
God damn.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
so you move away to take a job away from KCTK Radio, and there you are sitting there looking at one of the voices of KCTK Radio at your new job.
It kind of pisses me off.
God damn.
Dang, that was my next question. How does it make you feel, Jack?
I can't take the training seriously. It just, and I told my manager about it, and I showed my manager the topic and showed that it's the same guy talking,
Mm-hmm.
and she thinks it's cool, but I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, I can't take these trainings seriously. I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm not learning anything.
I'm not only the heckler president, I'm also a client.
Oh, that wasn't nice. So I just find that very interesting that you try to move away and go away from it, but it's right there in your face. And I'm sure he's all, hey everyone, check out this new product, right?
No, he's not. He actually sounds like an asshole.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, he's reading information for employees to know. Like, he's just monotone. He's just reading words. He's just saying, this is how you do this.
Does he ever?
Proper terminology so you don't get fired whenever you look up customer information, you know?
Does he ever say this?
God damn.
He does not. He does not say goddamn, but I did see him go, wow, I would like to buy a tablet.
Are you kidding me?
No, I really did see that.
We need to have him record it and then put that on there. I'd like to buy a tablet.
Yeah, could you
I'd
do
like
that?
to buy a tablet. I could probably figure it out.
That's great.
That's great, Jack.
3 simple words. I am
Very great.
gay.
Wow. How about, did you ever hear this?
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Whiting, and I've got something to say.
No, he did not say that.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is a shame.
Hot and sweaty down there?
No.
Well, Jack.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Whiting, and I've got something to say.
I guess we'll let you get back to work.
All right.
It must be love. What else leaves a stain like
When are
that?
you coming back?
Yeah, when you come back, Jack?
I don't know. I can't answer that question at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
All right, bud.
Why not?
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, see ya.
Okay, but tell us more
bye.
about stuff. About everything that's going on.
I think his boss is probably staring at him on the phone.
So that was Tech Talk with Jack, who has a new technical job, but Chris is
his trainer.
Could you learn if Chris was teaching you?
Actually, I would prefer it if Chris was teaching me. I would laugh and pay attention.
All at the same time?
All at the same time. That would be hilarious. God damn.
Oh, looks like we got a new call, though.
Oh, all right.
Matt calling into the call-in line. I wanted to talk about a new segment we have in this section. It's about impeachment. This impeachment is going on.
Good.
Now, welcome to the Week in Review impeachment coverage in D.C., starring and representing and reporter Cousin Kelly. Sponsored by our friends at Travel America. Hey, we sent Cousin Kelly out to Washington, D.C. to cover the impeachment coverage, and Travel America is paying for it.
Yeah.
We supplied her with a new phone and all the reporting things that she needs. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up, announce the new segment, because I'm not going to be able to be there this week, but I wanted to make sure you gave it the coverage that it needed. The Week in Review impeachment coverage, starring and reporting by Cousin Kelly, sponsored by our good friends at Travel America. So she'll be calling in later, so make sure you give it the coverage that it needs. Okay, talk.
That's exciting.
What the hell just happened to him?
I guess he was letting us know about a new segment, or a new reporter.
Well, the ending made it sound like he got cut off.
Well, maybe he had to go.
Oh, yeah, he's probably having another party that we weren't invited to. Spending my salary.
Hey, let's go ahead and check in with our reporter, Cousin Kelly.
This is your Cousin Kelly. I'm stranded in Jessup, Maryland.
What?
I think that you probably have an idea that they've towed my car.
What?
The University of Maryland claimed that Tipton Airport was NSA property.
What?
I was arrested and put in the hospital. I was there for a week and a half. I went to D.C. to try and get some sleep.
Oh, okay. Good.
And now I'm back in Jessup, Maryland. The Travel America in Jessup, Maryland removed me from their property by physicality. And my car is still in the tow lot on Kit Kat Road in Jessup, Maryland. And I am trying to retrieve my vehicle.
That was Cousin Kelly with the impeachment report.
Good God.
She tried to take sleep in Washington, but you can't sleep there because of the impeachment that's going on. You know what I mean?
And the NSA apparently doesn't care.
I mean, I guarantee you're not going to find another report like that in any other medium.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Now
I've never met Cousin Kelly, but I've heard stories about Cousin Kelly and, on that side of the family.
She's a top-notch reporter, and we're glad that she is.
Good for her.
She's on with us. Now, you had some thoughts about impeachment, about the president, about everything that's going on in the world. And we don't talk about this too much, but let's get into it.
Well, I think that it's a very annoying to try and talk to somebody at work about this, and then they throw out immediately Obama this, Obama that, and I think it's annoying that we all can't have a conversation about what's going on in a peaceful manner. Instead, I would like to knock him in his fucking teeth.
In fact, this is what you said. Why is it every time you try to have a discussion with a Trump supporter, they always immediately throw out Obama as some kind of defense? I mean, just admit that Trump fucked up this whole Iranian thing, and now Americans, along with their allies, whoever is left as our allies, are going to pay for it.
That is something that I said, yes.
Yes.
Yes, that is exactly what I said. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and after listening to his live press conference, he made sure to blame the last administration for the mess we're in. LOL, I swear, man, this dude can't take any kind of negative responsibility for his actions. Yeah.
That's exactly what I said as well. And the money that was used from the last administration was money that was theirs in the first place.
Yeah. I guess the only reason I want to talk about this, not to get too political,
was it Jimmy Carter that took it?
No, it was Obama.
No, the money before.
Oh, yeah.
It was Jimmy Carter, right?
Yeah. It was way back then.
Right.
It could have even been Reagan. I don't know. But
that was during the hostages thing,
yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that movie, Argo.
Was that Argo?
I think it was Argo.
Yeah. What the reason I want to talk about it is just every week something more insane happens.
Yeah.
So this strike had to happen right after he's getting impeached.
Yeah.
Right before the Senate trial. Oh, that's a weird time to do it. But I don't understand how anybody could still think that this guy deserves re-election.
Yeah.
Now, I defended you.
Oh, you defended me? What did I do?
A lot of people will say, well, that Drew, he voted for Gary Johnson. He didn't help. But we're talking, that was 2000. Tell me if I'm putting words in your mouth. Am I right or wrong, okay?
No, okay.
That was 2016.
Correct.
You were unsure which, if it was Trump or Clinton, would be better.
Right.
You wanted to make a point that you wanted one particular issue that Gary Johnson was for. Plus, you probably, I don't know if you knew that Trump was going to win Missouri anyway.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one. We were in the Bible Belt.
Right. So the point was, everyone could beat up on you, oh, you voted for Gary Johnson, but you did it as a point, and you never voted for Trump.
Right.
Now, what would you do now?
I don't know. I would probably vote for somebody. I honestly, I've done more research now. I feel like now I know what candidate I would like to vote for.
Yeah, okay. And that's another thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
It's, people make this too complicated, okay?
Right, it's right, yeah.
Here's what you do, folks. You get to decide, okay? You get all the opinions in the world, but then you have to vote for a Democrat or Republican, or your vote's not going to matter for president. I'm sorry it's like that.
Yeah.
It's not fair,
Yeah.
but that's how it is.
It is how it is.
So all of you young people, we got thousands and thousands, if not millions of young people that listen to this program.
Right.
You know that.
I mean, millions.
Right.
We
I
have
mean, I had a
millions.
young guy text me, hey, are we going to war?
We had a dude call the other day and try to get in an argument with Jack about Star Wars.
Right. Right, that young man too. If you're worried about it, then you go and vote for the Democrat against Trump, because that person could win.
Right, that's what I'm going to
you do. That's what you do.
That's what I'm going to do.
You can get all,
Right.
I'm just telling everyone, you can get all, well, this person's not good enough, this person did this, whatever. Don't make a difference. Vote for the Democrat next November against Trump.
Yeah.
Because candidates run for office, and when they're in office, they don't get a job for life. This is why you have another election. The person has to be of enough quality to get reelected.
Right.
Who thinks this guy's done good enough to be reelected?
I don't know. I don't think he has.
Right. And your buddy at work who loves Trump?
Oh, I wouldn't call him my buddy. Don't call him my buddy. He's not my buddy.
How could he think that? And there's got to be
Because he's a 26-year-old
There should be a lot of
dumbass.
people who think, I voted for him to disrupt the system. This is way too much disruption. I ain't voting for him again. And maybe they can stay at home.
Well,
I'll give them that. If they don't like the Democrat enough, they can stay at home. But the point is, this is what happens. You got to vote. You have to go vote. You just have to go. You should go every 2 years and vote. Yeah, but at least every 4 years and freaking vote.
Right.
I know I'm preaching to the choir here, But
you're not wrong.
I think we just make this too complicated.
Right.
You
and
know?
I feel like everybody feels like them not voting is a protest.
Yeah,
in
right.
reality, you're hurting yourself.
Right. What you're telling everyone else is, I don't want to be part of the system. Well, guess what, folks? The system's trying to screw you. All right.
Regardless, and that's
Right?
your time to actually try and keep it from happening.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people say, well, if I vote, it won't make a difference anyway. Well, it won't make a difference if you don't vote.
Right.
I mean,
that's why I voted for
understand.
Gary Johnson.
That's right. Maybe you're throwing a pebble at the tank coming down the road. That's fine. But at least you're doing something.
Right.
You can look in the mirror and say, I tried to do something.
Right. He was going to... I was on board on what his plan was.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good idea.
Right.
So
I
was like, fuck it.
So you like Biden now.
Yeah.
Because he's all for that plan too. You know that?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I'm all for that plan. I'm also for Biden because... Did something just break?
Are you talking about smoking the Chiba and stuff?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I also like
Is
Biden.
it called Chiba?
I like Biden. I mean, I didn't have a problem with him.
Oh. Looks like we have a caller. Caller 6, you're on the air. Caller 6, you're on the air. Caller 6, you're on the air.
Hey, is this Paul's TED Talk?
Yes,
This
it
is
is.
Paul's TED
yes.
Talk.
Okay. I just wanted to say hello to the TED Talk.
Now, wait a minute. You're a big Trump person. Aren't you,
well,
Keith?
I'm a Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. If you weren't such a good friend, I'd hang up on you right now.
Thanks.
Now, so Tulsi Gabbard is not going to be in the general election. Who are you going to vote for?
I don't know yet. Because I would Andrew. I go Tulsi, Andrew, Barney.
Okay, who are you not going to vote for?
Anybody who looks like Hillary Clinton. Or
Okay.
Hillary Clinton puppet.
Okay, I'll be with you. I'll make this commitment. I won't vote for Hillary Clinton either.
You know what? Neither will I.
Yeah. I hope she doesn't come back and become the Democratic nominee because I'm not going to vote for it. What? What'd you say?
Isn't Joe Biden just a male Hillary?
He's better looking.
Hey, thanks for calling, Keith. We appreciate it. We gotta move on to someone wise, the Y dude.
Did you get my segment?
Yeah, the Y dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's move quickly to the Y dude because he knows what he's talking about.
I wonder why. I wondered why. Now it's time to learn why.
Question comes to Victoria. Victoria asks, why, dude? I have a new job, and at my new job, they have bereavement as a benefit. Since my mom and dad both died before I came to the company to work, will I be credited for bereavement leave that I did not take? Victoria,
They're
that is
dead
an
and everything.
excellent question. Before asking your boss for bereavement credit, I would test the temperament first. Tell your boss that your parents were in a car crash or they both had a heart attack at the same time. If your boss says, go home, be with your family, you are on your way to have some time off.
And now you know.
I wondered why. I wondered why. Now we know why.
Hey, Keith. Keith, you still there?
Yeah.
Well, how come the Y dude didn't say, and now you know?
I forgot right at the end. I didn't want to re-record it because I wanted to get it quickly to you.
Ah, jeez. Okay, now we just got text.
Sorry.
I just got text about my TED Talk, and you know what? This is just a podcast, so I can say this. Screw you. It may be a TED Talk every time from now on. Okay. All right. Okay. This is from a listener. Wait a second. You're getting too far ahead. We need to vote for Joe Biden in the primary, the only person that could beat Trump. Because if you don't get the right Democrat, it doesn't matter if you vote Democrat or Republican in the general election, Trump will win. Only one person could beat Trump and bring back stability to this country, dignity to the world, responsibility to the office, and integrity to the office, Biden 2020. I'm in complete agreement with this person that sent this to me, but listen, listener, these people, they can't get all that. I just want them to show up once every 4 years and vote for the guys and give them pot. That's all I'm trying to do. And if everyone does that,
The economy will be great.
We're going to have a better country. So I appreciate everything that you're saying, and if we had a more advanced... I mean, I'm talking to Drew, okay?
Yeah, smoke dope.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right, and maybe my next TED Talk will be about that.
I think your TED Talk's pretty cool and everything. I think Keith could just screw off and stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Kermit. I appreciate that.
All right.
Keith, you doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I cut the pineapple today. It's yummy.
That's great, man. I'm really happy for you and your pineapple. It's it's great. That's
all right,
great.
well, thanks for calling
now
in.
You know.
We appreciate it, and now you know. See ya.
Now I know how the pineapple is. That's great. You know what? Pineapple does sound pretty good right now.
Well, we're in the middle of a show. We have a lot of news. Like I said, we had impeachment talk with Kelly. We had the Creative Corner. We had the Jack Report. But I have a new...
We had a sports report.
Sports report with Chili.
Yep.
My goodness. But I have a new segment as well.
Oh, here we go.
News with solutions. I'm your host, Paul. So here's how it goes.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a news story.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you a solution to the news story.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. This is like running the gambit?
No.
Oh, it's not?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
This is a news story that I have a solution for. And we're going to try to do this quite often because how many times you turn on TV, they tell you a news story, but they don't have a solution?
Like the Black Pumpkins?
Okay. I mean, like anything. They just tell you the news.
Right.
I'm going to tell you the solution.
Okay.
So listen to the news story.
No one likes to feel
commercial.
especially by your cloud.
Damn
it's a
it.
problem, but the IBM cloud
It's
is open and
Luxapro.
flexible enough to manage all your apps and data securely across all your clouds without getting in your way.
Brought to you by IBM, by the way.
Max, are they essentially breaking away from the royal family?
They're saying not. They say they want to redefine their roles. What they are saying is they want to step back from their senior roles within the family and the official duties that come with that and define what they do themselves and start earning their own money. So that's what they're talking about here. They say they want to stay within the institution. They want to balance their time between the United States and Canada, North America they call it, and the United Kingdom, and that they want to collaborate with the Queen and Prince Charles and Prince William rather than having this system where they have to be told what to do all the time. On the face of it, it sounds pretty logical. The problem here is that they didn't discuss any of this with the rest of the royal family before they announced it.
Well, it seems like a big problem. So the gist of it is that Prince Harry and Princess Meghan say they are stepping back from the roles of senior members of the British royal family and plan to work towards becoming financially independent and moving to North America.
Why Canada?
I don't know, but here comes the solution.
Okay.
First of all, being financially independent sucks. Okay? Am I right?
Yeah, no, it sucks. Right now I'm going through that myself.
Right. They're making it like they're going on a vacation.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to be poor ass.
I'm going to go and I'm going to make myself a farm and I'm going to get cattle.
So I have a solution. Prince Harry, I know you listen to the program. We'll just switch.
Yeah. I'll take this position.
No, this is me. I'm doing it. I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to be the Prince of Sussex. He's going to come over here and go to my job, and he's going to take care of the house and the kids and the financial independence and everything.
Him and Meghan both.
Well, I'm going to throw this out to him. If he wants Meghan to come with him, then my wife will go with me.
Okay.
But if Meghan stays there, then okay, things are happening.
Shit.
All right, and he's free to do what he needs to do with my wife. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You're not going to judge.
I'm financially independent. I live in North America. 2 things he wants. Okay.
Yeah.
I also have a podcast.
More than one.
Wow. I don't want to oversell it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, take that with you, Harry.
He can hang out with Rory.
Come on. I'm trying to close this out.
Right. Don't fuck it up.
He has all kinds of money and really no responsibilities. The two things I want in life.
Right.
This is perfect.
Do you realize how much creative circle you could have? Or what was it, creative? What was the segment called again?
No, wait a minute. Are you talking about...
Hey everybody, it's now time for Creative Corner with Paul and Drew.
That was it. You have so much creative corner when you're over there being a royal.
No, it's actually...
Hey everybody, it's now time for Creative Corner with Paul
Harry
and
and Drew.
Drew.
See, because he's going to come and do this. He'll do the podcast with you.
Right.
Okay.
Him. I can get him a job at Adams Toyota.
He's taking my job. You don't understand?
Why would he want to go to Commerce Bank? Why would he want to go to Adams? Why would he not want to do anything but be a prince?
I'm just telling you. I have two things that this prince wants.
Yeah, and I hear you.
And I got him good for him. Okay.
Right. That's cool.
And
wait.
And
is this guy going to be my new uncle?
Yeah.
Okay, so Quinn's getting a prince as an uncle. Oh, former prince.
The only way you'll see me is on television at the royal family stuff. Okay.
Hanging out with the queen.
Right. And you'll go, that guy looks familiar.
Yeah, it's weird. He looks really skinny now. It's weird.
Wow.
How is it a low blow? You're in the royal family.
That was hurtful.
How was it hurtful? You're going to get all the top trainers, and you're going to be on that diet.
Oh, man. That was brutal, dude.
How was that brutal?
Just bitching.
That was a compliment.
Okay, yeah. So, there's a solution. Could you take a note?
Yeah, let me just...
Yeah.
Let me get the note.
Okay.
Let me get the note ready.
Dear Harry.
Dear Harry. Hold on, let me get my pen out. Let me get this pen.
H-A. I don't say prince because I want to be the prince.
Yeah, the prince.
Dear Harry,
and
let's do the big switch.
What's his last name? Harry what? Styles?
No, his Sussex. He don't have a last name.
He's Tudor? Is it Tudor?
I don't have a last name. I'm now Prince Harry.
The former redheaded prince.
No, just Harry. Let's make the big switch. Love Paul.
Make big switch.
Love
Paul. Just Paul.
Yeah,
you don't want Paul.
He knows who I am.
He knows. Wait, he knows? He knows now?
Yeah. So
okay. And P.S. Love the Droosh. Right. Got it. Had to put my name in. I got to plug it. I got to plug it.
You know what he could do? His brother, Prince William, has a son named George and a son named
Andrew?
Maybe.
No, Arthur.
Is it Arthur?
It's Arthur.
Anyway, one of those kids can come over and take your spot.
Right.
Okay.
He can take my spot. I'll be the new. I'll be William's son.
Yeah, you'll be one of William's sons.
Don't be surprised if I look at mom weird.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Seriously.
So
also switch with nephew Droosh would love that.
Yeah.
Love Paul. Okay, got that.
All right.
Hold on. Let me get the envelope.
Okay, here's some stamps.
Let's get some stamps and send this shit out.
Okay, great. All right. Hey, we need to take a break. We'll be back with more KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew. We have a special interview with Marilyn Hughes coming up. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hello. This is an ad for the Boys and Girls Club. Put this card in the hands of a child, and there will be no room for a gun, a needle, or a knife. It's only a piece of paper, but that little membership card has helped keep millions of kids off drugs.
But what do you think to cut a cake or something like that, and you have a knife?
Out of gangs and in school. And that's why I at Aces fireworks stand, and also Aces
Oh, I knew it was bitchin'.
brand. That's right. We have a new segment we like to do, and it's called the Boys and Girls Club. We're trying to help kids get into all sorts of trouble and get them out of the trouble. Yeah, out of that trouble. Yeah. At Aces brand.
Yeah,
We are
Aces.
going to help kids get into education, and we're going to help them read real good. That's right, because we're at Aces Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
We're here to help shape the future, and we're going to make it Aces.
Here are the nominees for most unnecessary podcast.
Join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We dare you.
Hey guys, it's your old friend Mac Harrison, station manager and vice president of syndication for all that is KCTK Radio on the station broadcast of the world to the wide. Hey, you know we've got a lot of sponsors, and I want to take a thank you out for the time to tell you about thanking you. You're a sponsor, you pay me money, and I put your advertisements on the air. Thank you. But what we do is a special thing at KCTK Radio, especially with the dummies, especially with the professionals at Paul and the Droosh. What we do there is I supply them with your names of your commercials. And what they do is they try to be funny about it. Whoa, creative, right? Yeah, my idea. Anyway, that's what you'll hear today in this show. I want to shout out to the sponsors for thanking you for giving me money. And good luck to Paul, Droosh, and whoever else tries to be creative and funny. Come on, make it funny, guys. It's all about the money.
There's nothing more annoying than not being able to keep track of your own medication. I have up to 17 pills I got to take per day just to keep my own physique, just to keep looking the way I look. It's hard to keep them all straight. I mean, there's uppers, there's downers, there's Tylenol, there's Advil, there's, help me with some more pills, there's Benadryl, there's
Axiom.
Yep.
There's
Axiom.
Nexium.
Axiom.
There's Bengay.
Yep. I gotta take that.
Hot and cold.
And Tums.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tums.
Well, I found a perfect solution. Call Bridgeport Hospital for the free medication form to help you keep track of your medications, your allergies, and your other important information. If you don't have this form, how would you know what you're allergic to?
You would trial and error.
You would just be like, oh, I'm having some water. I could be allergic to it. I better not try it. Oh, this paper here. Don't you? See, I didn't know that because I haven't called Bridgeport Hospital to get my medication form. Actually, I have. And you know I have.
I have. I've seen there. I was sitting right there when you called them.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I like to joke around, and I took it too far this time. I certainly have done this because I keep track of my medications and my allergies and my other important information, if you know what I mean. It comes with a wallet-sized protective sleeve. And it's perfect because I can keep that sleeve in my wallet and it protects everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want one too, right?
Yeah, and I keep my Viagra in it, and I keep my Axiom, my Adderall, my X. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and your X body spray.
My Axe body spray is also in a gym bag that I carry around and say that I'm working out, but I'm not.
So just dial 913-735-0060, and you can get the Bridgeport Hospital medication form. This is it only.
It's a no-brainer.
How much do you think this would cost?
I think it would cost maybe $1,600.
No way.
What?
Yeah, it's a lot less than that. For only $200, you can get one. Give us a call at that number, or give them a call at that number. And if you do it within the next 5 minutes, you get a free one.
Mind blown.
You get two.
Woo!
But only one protective case.
Oh.
I mean, we're not made of money here. Welcome back to KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew. We have a very special guest this episode. We have Marilyn Hughes, who is the founder of the Out of Body Travel Foundation. And she is an advisor. She's written over 100 books, 40 magazines, 18 CDs, and out-of-body travel. Just a lot of interesting information, and really, she can really add a lot to a lot of ways to look at your spirituality, and really excited that she's able to be here. Let me turn this music down. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much.
Now, you're in beautiful New Mexico, is that right?
I'm in Arizona.
Arizona. Okay, even better. I love Arizona. I travel there a lot. That's a beautiful
Have
place.
Ya?
Yes. Yes, to
Yes,
Scottsdale,
it's
Phoenix
very
area.
nice place.
Beautiful place. So, out-of-body travel. Let's start with there. What is out-of-body travel? I mean, you're talking to a very, very basic person, I guess you can say. Even my co-host is even worse. So, tell us kind of where you're coming from.
Well, out-of-body travel is, some people might call it a paranormal or supernatural phenomenon wherein a person is able to have their spirit detached from the physical body and experience reality from a very different point of view, from the spiritual point of view. And in the broader sense, it really expands out into something that is much vaster, much more expanded, in that it moves into interdimensional travel and what I call the purification of the soul. So you end up literally taking the spiritual journey of a lifetime.
Okay. No, so this out-of-body travel, you have done this. How would you describe it? Is it a practice? Is it a experience?
Well, it's really a little bit of both.
Okay.
It's primarily starts out as an experience, but what happens is as a person starts to experience it, the experiences take on this instructional capacity, and so a soul is then guided in a direction towards those things which would help them to spiritually evolve. And so it becomes part of their spiritual practice.
Okay.
Like in the, for instance, in the history of the world, we have a tradition of mystics that literally exists within every world religion and every cultural world tradition, including all the tribal religions of mystics, that, this has gone back thousands of years throughout all the ages. So this is not a new phenomenon. It's something that we've seen throughout history, but it becomes a part of the spiritual practice because it, in a sense, guides the spiritual practice.
So how did you come about this out-of-body travel?
Well, in the short version, I guess, would be, when I was 9 years old, I had a really powerful experience which kind of foreshadowed that this would be happening, but it was when I was 22, which is about 32 years ago. I had an experience, my first very basic out-of-body experience, which began the journey that has led to literally thousands of out-of-body experiences since that time. And so what happens is it begins very basically, in the physical realm, what you hear about with people seeing their body or walking around the room or, you know what I mean, things like that. But then it very quickly becomes something much more. People are traveling through corridors and tunnels into other dimensions. They're meeting with angelic guardians, spiritual teachers, and it very quickly starts becoming a method of instruction.
So when you have this,
method of instruction, purification.
So do you say to yourself, I'm going to go ahead and do an out of body travel now, or does it just come to you?
Well, for myself at this point, it pretty much comes to me when it comes to me. And for the most part, I always tell people to surrender and allow God to guide the experience. But there are practices that people can undertake that, prepare the soul for these types of things. I've written a lot of books. I have about 100 books that I've written about out-of-body travel. And for people who are just interested in starting out, I always recommend Come to Wisdom's Door and The Mysteries of the Redemption. And those books, along with all our others, are available at our website, which is at outofbodytravel.org. And you can download all of our books and all of our stuff there for free, as well as purchase whatever you want. But you can download those books, and it gets you started. Come to Wisdom's Door outlines a lot of the basic things to get you started. Mysteries of the Redemption helps you to start mapping the way, so to speak.
So I guess it got to my main question about this is that if I've never had this experience, or I don't remember it. I could have had it and I remembered it. But I was interested. There are some things you can do to develop that skill or that awareness.
Oh, yes. And a lot of it has to do with prayer and meditation, and but there's also other processes that involve dealing with the types of fears that people have over the types of experiences that they will undergo. When you experience an out-of-body travel moment fully consciously, they're very, very intense. Part of that is because when the spirit is separating from the physical body, your consciousness is changing from the physical body to the spiritual body, and the vibration of the spiritual body is higher than the physical body. And so it feels like you're entering into this very heightened vibrational state. You also hear like a roaring that goes on all around you, and that again is the heightened of the vibration of the astral realm that you are moving into. And there's just a lot of things that you will experience, like you'll hear a lot of voices, which is the thoughts of humanity that you'll hear in that experience.
So,
these books will lay it out because there is a lot more than that, but that's just a few things, to chew on there,
I know this is a very basic question, but what do you see as like the benefit of being able to have this out-of-body travel in your life? And it sounds like awareness. You sound more spiritual, but what else would you add?
Well, what it is, it goes back to what I mentioned about the path of purification. Ironically, many people don't realize, it seems like everyone's looking for the meaning of life,
Isn't that true?
And here it is, So when you start having these experiences, they take you into the path of purification, which is what we are all here for, which is purifying the good and evil within ourselves and within the world around us. So literally what it does is it immediately focuses and pinpoints our path directly and immediately towards the goal of our existence here as to why we are incarnate in this world right now. And it's hard to explain that in a short answer, but people quickly start understanding that as they begin to study some of the books, and it all comes together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think everyone goes through a time where maybe all the time, they're thinking about what is my purpose in life? What am I here for? And this is a way to kind of help with that. I would imagine some of the people that you've talked to who've gone through this have a little more clarity in that question than other folks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have so many readers who've embarked upon very deep internal journeys and spiritual journeys. And, it helps you to literally fine-tune, what you feel your calling is in this life, what you feel your direction should be. But it also helps us to be much more self-aware, and to engage in much more humility, to have more of a 360 view of things, because in the spiritual world we're given this, what I call the energetic truth, which is the truth as it is seen through the eyes of God. But then we're often also shown the different ways that people are viewing things, so we see through the eyes of others. So we have this 360 view, so we can see how misunderstandings and disagreements arise. And then, of course, if you understand how these things arise, then it becomes easier to then contemplate how to solve them, And, a lot of these things do go back to the idea of working out conflicts between human beings, family, friends, acquaintances, work relationships, and between countries, nations, towns, and cities,
Wow.
When the internet came along, I had to learn all those kinds of things.
Well, what's interesting about your story there? What's interesting about your story there is that you were told
throughout that time, and of course I've been immersed continually, since then as well.
So we can find out more information at outofbodytravel.org. You even have some free books there. You have some music, some art.
Oh yeah, all of my books. I have 100 books on the subject. They're all available for free download. I do have over 15 CDs. I wrote music that I heard in the out-of-body travel states, and I wrote them down and had them produced, and they are all available for free download, and also a bunch of paintings of things I've seen. We also have a course of study, which is also free to take there.
Wow.
And if you're interested in spiritual counseling, we do have spiritual counseling available if you're interested in one-on-one help. And so it's all at outofbodytravel.org. And you can also email me if you need guidance on where to start with where you are at in your own journey.
And you're Marilyn Hughes at outofbodytravel.org, right there at the top of the page, folks. So right there, and a lot of free stuff to dive in and get it going. I'll be honest with you, you have so much stuff on here. It'd be interesting to know where to start, but they can contact you if they have questions, right?
Yes, and the place to start for most people would be Come to Wisdom's Door and the Mysteries of the Redemption. And you'll see there's about 11 different series of books there. But the first series is the How-To series, and the second series is the Mysteries of the Redemption series. And if they follow those in sequence, they can't go wrong. Because those books are written in sequence for them. Very good.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, Marilyn.
You're so welcome.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure.
Thank you. So that's Marilyn Hughes, out-of-body spiritual travel. And I did a quick edit there because it's a longer interview. And we got the point, right?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
I think it's very interesting.
Some of the feedback I got here online, like someone wrote, I don't believe in out-of-body travel. How could you travel to a place that I don't think exists? Well, just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true.
Right.
So we can have these people with these different points of views come on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we even had Chili, and I know that we disagree with him politically, but we love him. He can have his wrong point of view.
Right.
So why can't we have this?
All right.
But unfortunately, since we've had so many new segments, we don't have time for the robot news, but we can do that next week.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Do you have any more news of
I
the
have
Drush?
like a top 10 list, but we can do that next week.
Make it a top 5 list.
Oh, okay. So they recently did a poll on the top 10 best animated films from Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
And so I will start at number 5, like you asked.
Okay.
So number 5 is The Regular Show, the movie. Did you ever see The Regular Show on Cartoon Network?
Never.
It's a little weird. It's about a blue jay and hanging out with a squirrel. Anyway, the set number 4 was South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
I love that movie.
That one was hilarious.
Really funny.
This one's my all-time favorite.
You know what surprised me? I love the show, and then I went and saw the movie and just laughed harder.
Yeah, me too. Well, I had to wait till it came out on video to watch it because my parents were going to take me to see it in theater. Number 3, probably the best one on this list, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which is amazing.
You know, I took you to see that.
You did.
Uh-huh.
You did.
You were a dumb little kid.
That's right. Number 2, the Lego Movie. And then number 1, one of my favorite classics, The Iron Giant.
I've never seen that.
Oh my, really? Dude, seriously? The Iron Giant is amazing. It's sad, it's epic. He's Superman. He thinks he's Superman.
What is he?
He's a giant. He's a giant made of metal. Look at him. He's a giant made of metal.
I know, but who made him?
Oh, he's an alien. Aliens made him to conquer planets, but he ends up denting his head, and then he realizes that he's like a nice giant. And then the kid shows him Superman comic books. And
Really?
Yeah, so then at one point they start acting like Superman. He dresses up as Superman and everything, makes a little metal S on his chest and everything, and then at the end when he, dies, he says...
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, good times. But anyway, it's a classic, and you should totally watch that. You love Superman, so...
I do.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yep.
All right, well...
I made that quick, so...
Yeah, thank you very much.
No
Appreciate that. And we have the last segment of the night is just... I think this is it. Yeah. This is music we're going to use.
Sounds like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
This is called Direct from Paul's Dream.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Now, I've had this happen, and I'm going to start writing them down. Where I have a dream, and I remember it, and then I write it down later.
Okay.
I have some jokes I'm going to be doing in stand-up that I wrote when I was sleeping.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it sounds as crazy as Marilyn Hughes, right?
Yeah.
But I have these
Salvador
dreams.
Dali would do the same thing when he painted.
Really? Mm-hmm. I have these dreams. And this is the story. What happened to it? This is a story.
Oh.
That came to me when I had a dream.
Fresh off the printer.
Yeah, we need some really good music going on here, don't you think?
Get some hard-hitting stuff, like some metal.
No, it's
softer.
This will be good. Mr. Tall Hat's lesson. When I was a young child, Mother worked for a kind gentleman named Mr. Tall Hat. One day, he visited our home as all of us children played. Mr. Tall Hat noticed that I was the only child wearing socks while all the others played in bare feet. When he concluded his conversation with Mother, Mr. Tall Hat approached me. Mr. Tall Hat said, "Hey, youngster, you're the only child that is wearing socks. That shows great intelligence. While the other children complained that their feet were cold, you simply had fun. I think if you keep wearing those socks, you will receive something new and better in the future." Those words had great impact on me. I decided to never take off those socks. For weeks, then months, and then years, I wore those socks until they were tattered with tears and holes. Finally, Mother said it was time to get something new and better. She gave me another pair of socks.
Is this why you don't like people touching your feet?
You think that's what it means?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
I've shared this with a couple people, and they think I have deep psychological issues. Because I read that. You were waiting for the punchline, weren't you?
Yeah.
There's no the punchline is the kid got
new socks. Great.
He listened to the authority figure and got socks.
The authority figure whose name was Mr. Tall Hat.
Yes.
Who sounded also like he was paying too much attention to Little Paul.
Well, we don't know the character's name.
Oh, okay.
But that's a story I had in my dreams.
Great.
And I woke up and wrote it.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to start doing that? Because I've had some messed up dreams.
Listen, this is the show where we make up things. I swear to God I had that dream. And I wrote it down.
I believe you.
And I think the proof of that is It's not funny. It's not a joke. It's nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's just direct from Paul's dreams.
Yeah. Here, let me tell you a dream that I had.
Okay.
I had a dream that I made a tuna fish peanut butter sandwich. Okay. So then I decided to make that sandwich. It is the most disgusting thing I think I've ever eaten in my life.
Were you a little kid when you did
No,
this?
Michael Scott made that up.
Oh.
There's your punchline.
All right, so that's the show, folks. We had lots of fun. We had a great guest. And just because you don't believe in out-of-body travel and you believe in Tulsi Gabbard doesn't mean you're right. I mean, you could be right.
You could be wrong, too.
Also, we had the discussion about politics. Just one thing to add, another text that came in. That this person says they're with me, but the dumb Gary Apples of the world think Bernie can win and he can't. That's why you got to vote for Biden. Caller 6 may choose Biden over Trump. He's because Caller 6 is a Republican, but he won't choose Warren or Sanders. So we're back to the Joe Biden conversation.
Okay.
Anyway, any last words?
God bless and hope that everything goes well for everybody out there. Keep your chin
Lord.
up.
All right. Thanks, folks.
This has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctk.radio12345.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.